Welcome in to the DNVR Avalanche pregame show. We got AJ, we got Eric, we got Rudo.
What the fuck just happened?
Coming to you live, taking on the Washington Capitals. Tonight, Capitals on a back-to-back. Avs, extremely rested.
Yeah.
I know you guys hate this phrase, but we got to be drifting into must-win territory tonight, right?
Yep.
It just has. You got to have 2 points in games like this one, especially this time of year.
The one thing that you could say about Washington's back-to-back last night is that the only player that they taxed, I guess 2 players that they taxed, were Darcy Kemper and John Carlson.
As they got lit on
Nobody
fire.
else on that team. Carlson played almost 27 minutes last night. No forwards broke 20 minutes. They only had one other defender break 20 minutes, and he was at 20. So you are talking about that. As far as back-to-backs go, there should be some legs there for a while.
As rested as you get. Yeah.
And I'm assuming Darcy Kemper is not
He
playing.
is not.
he's
It's
out.
Lindgren. Yeah.
Okay,
It is
so-
Lindgren tonight for them,
And
so.
that's tough for the Avs because Lindgren has outplayed Kemper by quite a bit this season. So,
Such is life.
yeah, they're going to need the Caps are going to need to goalie the Avs most likely, and the Avs are going to need to not let that happen.
Obviously, the big note for Colorado getting both Lehtonen and Byram back tonight. This was kind of the expectation for a little bit of a while now, but it is official. They'll both be playing tonight. We'll talk about it, but first, let's hear what Jared Bednar had to say about the Avs lineup tonight.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah. Okay. That's why everyone's doing that.
2 seconds, guys. All right, guys, go ahead. Jack Johnson wasn't out there. Is he going to be playing today, coming out for Bo? How was that?
He's going to come out for tonight. He's had a nagging injury that's been bothering him over the course of the road trip that he's played through. Now we add Bo back in, so we're going to give him a rest tonight.
Upper lower body injury for Jack?
You know what? He could play tonight if it's lower body, but we don't want to risk it. We got to make a tough decision anyway, so we're going to have him out and we'll reevaluate for LA.
Assuming nothing goes wrong today, is this just a situation where you'll give him today and Friday off and the break to kind of?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll evaluate after today for Friday. There's a lot of things that Jack does that I want him in for the LA game if possible, and there's some things that Sam does that I like for tonight's game. So
obviously getting Lehtonen back in, when we talk about it, he brings so much to the lineup, but it also gives you the opportunity to add depth to your forward group. What is the biggest value that he brings coming back in?
Well, it's another, I would say elite checking forward, a guy that can help produce offense. It's going to slide into our top 9 and keep slotting guys where they're most able to have success, I think, with the matchups and whatnot. So trusted guy on the defensive side, obviously helps produce a lot on the offensive side. Both special teams, I think, is huge. So, he does a lot for us. Like, he's almost a 20-minute-a-night guy for us when he's fully healthy and ready to go. We'll ease him in a little bit here until his confidence is up, and I'm sure that will take a game or two, and then we hit our break. But coming out of the break, he'll be full steam ahead, and tonight we'll just see how it goes.
Someone else?
Bowen Byram chatted with us earlier, and he admitted that his first half he maybe wasn't at his best. What would you like to see out of him now that he's back healthy?
Well, I'd like to see his game round out the way we've seen it in the past at times. I go back to the 2022 playoffs and how well he played, how much he played, the matchups he played against the league's best players through that playoff run, and played a lot of minutes and was highly effective on both sides of the puck. And that's what he's able to do, right? And we've seen flashes of it through the first half, not to the standard I think we would have for him or he would have for him, but it's still been a pretty good start. But I think he's got more to give our team. So hopefully a little bit of time off, reset, get mentally focused again, get feeling fully healthy, and then bounce back into it. I think his game will come around. He's been working hard.
Is it late enough in the season yet to watch the standings and watch the Central Division at all, or is that still too early for you?
Yeah, I mean, I keep an eye on it, but again, we're just over the halfway mark and we're focused on what we need to do to have success. So I think it's always like that for me. Your goal is to make the playoffs first and then work for the highest seed that you possibly can, you know, and it just puts you in the, you know, mindset where every game is an important game, and that's the way we try to approach it because of the high standards. So I watch him, but I'm not really too concerned about him.
Coach, with Lehtonen being out as long as he was, is there any concern for him kind of finding his footing and fitting in with the back end of the lineup?
No, I don't have any concerns with him fitting back in the lineup. I think for him, it's just going to come down to the confidence, right? Like he's been taking contact for weeks now. He's been on the ice. He's in great shape. I don't have any doubts about that. It's just going to be him getting in some uncomfortable situations, getting hit, taking some heavier contact in a bunch of different areas. And as he works through that and comes out healthy the next day, then his confidence will grow in his injury. I think it's probably reasonable to believe that there could be some tentativeness in it, but he's a veteran player. He's been through injuries before. I think coming back from this one, you know, I'm sure he'll be a little nervous just because of the nature of his injury. But as he starts playing, his confidence will come back, and we'll see, you know, I would say the Lecky that we're all used to. I don't know how long it will take. It could be immediate, you know. It's just depends. I'm sure it's going to come quickly for him.
Said that you want to ease him in, but as someone you play a lot, typically is that kind of easier said than done? Do you kind of have to hold yourself back?
Yeah, we'll see how he plays. Like, again, I don't have any worries about his conditioning, so ease him in. He's still going to get a regular shift and play special teams. You know, probably not going to start at 20 minutes a night like he was used to.
Georgiev was named to the All-Star game. Is it nice to see him be rewarded for the season he's had?
I think so. You know, he's taken a lot of criticism. He's had some ups and downs in the seasons. He's been battling through it mentally, physically. He's been playing a lot for us. But at the end of the day, he's leading the league in wins, I think, still, and starts, I'm sure. And you know, we're in a pretty good spot in the standings, and he's certainly a big part of that. So I love it when our guys get rewarded for their dedication and hard work. I think that we could have more guys the All-Star game, but you know, they're going to get representation from all the teams, and he's a guy that, in my opinion, still deserves to be there.
All good. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, so Sammolinsky getting a real crack in this lineup with Bowen, Byram. Look, I was on the air yesterday saying I don't think there's any way Sammolinsky stays up with the Avs. I think he's going to end up back with the Eagles. Is this an opportunity to make me look like an idiot for Sam here?
Yeah. Absolutely it is, because he wants to see what this lineup looks like in an AHL game. He's looking at that. He's looking at Sammolinsky going, all right, we're at about game 50. Got about 30 left. Get him into those 30, as many of those 30 as we can. Try and see what kind of player we can get out of him. If we can get Byram up to speed, then I've got a lineup full of guys that can move pucks that are going to cause problems for other teams. Defensively, are they going to be as good as if Jack Johnson were in there?
Probably not.
Yes. Jack Johnson sucks. The answer is yes. Can you just balance it enough with? Can he push the play better? Can Byram push the play better?
Yeah.
Because if those guys are going to be conservative offensive players, it doesn't matter how
you
they
might
do
as well just
defensively.
play Jack Johnson.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You might as well just play Jack Johnson.
I'm fair with that side. I don't think Sammolinsky is better than Jack Johnson.
I do.
I would say that.
I would take him right now 10 times out of 10.
If you want to have a conversation about Sammolinsky being better at getting pucks out of his own end, sure. Absolutely here for that conversation. When it comes to the actual defending, I don't know if I'm sold.
There are on-ice results there that speak to one of them's a little better than the other one right now. If one of them didn't have a jajillion games played, would we be having this conversation?
Probably.
I don't think so. I think there's just a clear separation between
Not that
on ice results.
I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I want Sammolinsky to play for
So do
the
I.
record.
And I've said repeatedly this season, there's no way they're taking Jack Johnson out. First time that I have had any inkling of hope that they may not just roll with Jack Johnson until Jack Johnson can't roll anymore was today.
Hopefully things go well. We'll leave it at that. Let's move on to the inner circle, fam. Who's going to be in their own inner circle tonight for the Avs? Who's going to eat at Circle K?
I'll go first. I'm going to go with my big moose. 96.
Such a good
Mikko
pick.
Rantanen. I want him to go on a tear here. I know it's only 2 games, but 2 home games. I think, and you guys know my rule, coming back from a road trip, it's always a shitty game coming back. But they had 3.5 days
this
off.
one's a little different, right?
I think
Yeah.
my theory goes out the window. These guys are fresh. When I say these guys, the Avalanche. So I expect a fresh Big Moose. I think he's going to want to eat, and he's going to go get some food tonight.
You think he's a little bit annoyed, maybe just a little bit annoyed that all these all-star replacements did not include him?
No.
You don't think he's even
No.
just like not even like 5% of him is like,
No.
I'm top 10 in scoring. Like
No.
you don't think so? Okay.
No, I think he's excited that he gets
Oh,
a full week off.
I fully believe that is true. But I do wonder, like, just a little piece of
Nah.
him is like, man,
He
come
knows
on.
what he knows. I'm not worried about voting. You know, he knows he's good. He knows he's valuable. He knows he's a Stanley Cup champ, 50 goal scorer. He's good to go. I don't think this is really bugging him at all.
He did not have a good time out on the beach going head to head with McKinnon shooting pucks at targets.
surfboards.
Yes, that's what it was. Surfboards.
Surfboard, I was there. Yeah, I saw it with my own eyes. Whoa.
Rough. It looked
rough.
It looked rough.
It was rough.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, God.
You or me, AJ?
You.
All right. I'm taking Logan O'Connor as my guy who's got to eat, because we've seen throughout Logan O'Connor's career, when he does these things, they come in stretches. He'll have 3 weeks where he scores 6 goals or whatever it is. And I just want that stretch to last as long as it can go. Because you know there's going to be a stretch where he doesn't put up a goal for 25 games later in the year. So hopefully he can get another one tonight, keep that streak going for a little bit here, and prove that he can still be an effective player in a lineup that is starting to get healthier with an Artturi Lehtonen back in the lineup.
14 points in 14 games, pretty good stretch.
It's not going to last.
That's
Pretty
eating.
lengthy.
That's eating.
I mean, we started talking about it. Oh, it's not going to keep up at game 6, game 8. We're 14 games in.
Yeah.
I am not expecting it to continue for the rest of the year, for him to be a point per game player.
I'm saying just give me one more game.
But, I mean, that line has just been spectacular together.
Yep.
There's no other word for it. It's spectacular together. They have produced as a trio. They have produced like a second line.
It's true.
For a line that's costing you $7 million. Bah.
Pretty good.
Bah.
All right. Who you got, AJ?
I'm going to go with the guy that's playing with Sammolinsky time. I'm going to go with Bowen Byram. I think that watching the team take off in the way that it did defensively, especially without him, the return of Girard, Byram goes out, the team's defense goes up. And if he's paying attention, that should be this is a problem.
Should turn it up to 11 there, bud.
Exactly. And then he's going to get in and, what's that? He's coming back into the lineup and he's now on your third pairing. Sam Girard and Josh Manson have taken over as your second pairing.
Got some work to do.
Exactly. There's work to do. And it might only be 2 games before this break. He needs those 2 games. He needs all of them.
Yep.
He needs to up every aspect of his game, needs to improve. There's not one thing about Bowen Byram's game that you can look at right now and say that's good enough.
Fair enough.
All of it has to get better, which we have seen so much better from him in the past that we know that there's so much room for improvement. It's reasonable to expect.
Yep.
Well, you heard Coach Bednar. I mean, that's what he's talking about. And what does he do? Compares him to the 2022 Cup run. I mean, you have to, because that is at the highest standards of excellence and pressure, and then he delivered. So
He was so good in that run.
That's what you're compared to, and that's what you should be compared to. And it reminds me a little bit of, again, I go back to Avalanche 1.0. It reminds me a little bit of Alex Tanguay. Delivers those 2 goals in Game 7, and then had a dip the next couple seasons because the standards were so high. Like, this is what you're compared to. And he had I remember talking to Tangs about it, and then he had a hard time with that. Well, I'm compared to that. But that's what you are. That is what you are. So it's a little bit of similarities right there.
Do they sell Mario mushrooms at Circle K?
I hope so.
Bo's got to eat one of those ones and level up a little bit here.
Man, I'd love to do some mushrooms.
He's on fire tonight.
Maybe after the game.
I mean, you give me a Mario mushroom, let me get... I can't, yeah. Not the little one.
That poisons you? Yeah.
Not the little one, no. I could take the raccoon suit. I'll take the dog suit. Those all sound great.
Can't go wrong. Fire flower.
The Hammer Bros. Let me be a Hammer Bro. Yes.
You come upstairs and all the TVs are just smashed.
Yeah. And hammers just go whizzing by your head. As I just sit on the couch back here, just... Yeah. God, that sounds awesome.
All right. Well, go get your snacks at Circle K. You can get their Inner Circle rewards. Sign up for their app today. A bunch of amazing deals, including your 25 cents off your first 5 gas fill-ups. And they have snack specials every single weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Great snack foods. There you go. Eric's got the chocolate almonds, is it?
That's why he started the Who's Gonna Eat, because Eric was like, I'm already eating.
Yeah, Eric is eating. He's not gonna eat. He is
Chocolate
eating.
peanuts are near me. I'm eating.
He's also got our 3 keys of the game for this one today.
With a full mouth from a snack from Circle K.
Perfect.
Pardon me.
Avs need to have a full mouth. That's my key for the game.
All right, 3 keys tonight. Number 1, puck management on point. My theory's out the window, as you guys know. We just talked about it. The Avs should be fresh. I don't want to hear about the first game back from a road trip. They are catching wash on a Segababa. No free gifts. Make the Caps chase you. And I do believe, and I told Rudo, we'll see on his bets later. I said, bet the Avs in the first 10 minutes. We'll see what happens. Number 2, generate tons of shot attempts. I think it goes hand in hand with 1, 2, 3 tonight. That means you have possession. That means you're controlling the game. Take advantage of their entire decor. AJ talked about Carlson playing 27 minutes last night, flying, getting to bed late, altitude. Get on top of them, pin them down in their own end. Way easier to play in their zone tonight than give them life and play in your own end. So, number 3, dominate the face-offs department. Goes hand in hand with 1 and 2. Because you have possession. It starts right there. If you got possession right away, you make them chase the game. You control the pace of the game. And hopefully, you take advantage of it. And then, obviously, start tonight. You got 2 home games here. Those are 2 big points. And then 2 big points Friday against LA. 1 game at a time. Let's rock and roll. I think the Avs will dominate tonight. I'm excited to see Leckie. I'm excited to see Byram back. The Avs, I saw that stat, are 12-0 the last few seasons when they're catching a team on a Segababa.
They're pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, so they haven't lost a game, which bodes well for them. And you're catching a team that's, Washington's been so-so. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
They're okay. They're better than I thought they were going to be.
They're still not any good.
But, I think this is a team that the Avs should just jump on tonight.
That Washington was so bad to start the season that we were kind of like, all right, age caught up to them.
Yeah.
And then since then, they've just been pretty good.
Yep.
Well, I talked to Kenny McCudden this morning. People might not know him, but he's assistant coach / skills for the Washington Capitals and did the Avs development camp for years here when he was just doing the development camp. He wasn't there throughout the season, just doing the development camp there in whatever it is, June. Kenny was saying that Spencer Carberry, very good friends, by the way, with Jared Bednar. They played together in the UCHL and
in South
very
Carolina.
similar. Yeah, very similar demeanors. Good hockey people, calm under pressure, and nothing but good things to say about Spencer Carberry. And I think that's what he said. He said they have a mixture of veterans, and then they're trying to get in the younger guys, and then you're trying to have a little mixture of the two. And not to be in a rebuild, but also to bring in new systems. And Spencer Carberry's, I think that's what he's known for, is his structure and all that kind of stuff. So it's been decent so far, like we just talked about. And it was interesting to talk to him about the Washington Capitals. And this is his first year, Kenny, with the Washington Capitals. But they do have a good staff. They got Mitch Love there. That was, right, Coach of the Year in the American League. They got Kirk Muller. That's, the Grizzly vet, that's been around for such a long time. And then they got the new structure type guy in Spencer Carberry. So I do expect a tight game from the Washington Capitals tonight.
Stingrays tweeted out today that it was the first time ever that two former Stingray coaches would go head to head in the NHL.
Yeah. It's awesome.
It's very cool.
That's cool for a franchise like that. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool.
Jared Bednar about to show him which one is better.
I sure hope so.
And you got Ovi that's like, what? He hasn't scored in, he hasn't scored in 7 or...
It's been a minute.
It's been a while. So.
Great. He can score tonight. I'm always down with Ovi goals.
Avs win 4-1 with an Ovi goal. Fine. Yeah.
Perfect outcome.
I don't want him to catch
outcome.
grass. No goals for Ovi.
All right. Let's talk about it. Artturi Lehtonen, we kind of already mentioned Byram in the Who's Gonna Eat section.
Meh.
Lehtonen been out for a significantly longer amount of time than Bo, too. The reality is, though, the Avs need him to come in and be a top 6 player, even if it isn't necessarily today, just getting your legs back under you. But particularly with the absence of Val Nichushkin, how important is Lehtonen to this team going forward?
He's overrated, man.
Oh, my God.
Bottom human.
I can't take you right now.
Bottom human.
He's on fire tonight.
No, man. I mean, my biggest curiosity is, where do you play him?
Yep.
Like, that's the biggest of what do you do with him in the lineup? Other than that, the guy makes you so much better trying to protect a lead, trying to build a lead, and everything. When you're tied, okay, that's every game state. Artturi Lehtonen rules, and he defines so much of what the Avs want their team to be about on a regular basis. The speed, the tenacity, the 200-foot game. The only one-way players that they have are stars.
And
McKinnon
really
and Rantanen.
good that one way.
Exactly. They're the absolute best of the best that one way. Or they're great defensively and they don't do anything offensively. Fine. Or Miles Wood. Great.
Lehtonen is a fun toy, right? So it's Bednar in his presser talked about it like, he's going to play special teams and, whatever. Might not play 20 minutes, but I can't wait to see what his number is at the end of the game, because it's that fun toy you play with. Oh, yeah, well, he's fine. Well, we'll just play with it, you know what I mean? And then keep putting him out there. And, again, we'll see how he reacts. But, he's been taking contact for a few weeks now, so it's not like I think he's going to be comfortable. It's always when you go back after an injury like that is you want to get hit and you want to give a hit and take a hit. You know what I mean? And then if he can do that the first couple shifts, it just gives you, because it's never the same as in practice. You know what I mean? It's not. And then there's adrenaline, there's a rush, there's everything. And then he's so valuable, he's so smart that he's going to find himself settling into his game. And, what an ad tonight for the lineup. I mean, oh my God.
Bad time for Jonathan Drouin's game to take a little bit of a dip.
Whoops. Yeah, we'll see how it goes now.
I just don't think they might maybe
got
they
that freebie point the other night.
Maybe they start there. Maybe he starts with McKinnon and
Pretty easy to see
Rantanen,
them
but
dropping Lehtonen in there pretty quick. Yeah.
I just hope.
How long does it take is the real question.
Not only that, but let's say he is with Ryjo, for example. Okay, I don't know. At some point, I'm just saying, he makes people better.
Yeah,
he makes people around him better. So you know what? We'll see what happens.
All right, let's get to my bets here, as puck drop is coming up on us pretty quick here. I went with 2 simple ones and 1 fun one. The first one might be wishful thinking, because I want a game that doesn't have 11 goals in it. I want an under 6 in this hockey game. I want the Avs to win a game where they don't need to score at least 4 goals to win. That's what I want to see. I want to see a normal hockey game with normal scores. And I want the Avs to do that from ahead. I want them to win the first period.
Yeah, buddy.
Easy money right there. Go out there, take it to a team that's going to run out of gas tonight, and take this one home. Don't make it hard on yourself. Far too many nights the Avs have made it hard on themselves. And then for fun, I took my LOC Eater to score in the first period at plus 1,400. Why not have a little fun bet in there too? But I'm taking 2 lower plus money bets on top of it. Jump in with that.
Lecky's with Johansson and Cogliano to start.
Yeah,
There you
that'll
go.
be one shift.
Where I thought he would go, but yeah. You're so close to a top 9.
Yep.
You're so close to a real top 9 now.
Almost there.
Yeah.
If you want to go bet on Lucky, do it with Bet365. Use the DNVR 365 code when you sign up to get both $150 in bonus bets when you bet $5 on the NHL. And if you put $10 in there, take a screenshot and send it over to promo@thednvr.com. We'll send you a coupon for a free DNVR shirt like this Loch Ness Monster one that I'm wearing right now. You can pick up that one or any other DNVR shirt with the code. Sign up for Bet365 today. And of course, if you are playing with Bet365, you must be 21 or older, physically located in Colorado. And if you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER today. Any final thoughts before we wrap this up and get into the watch along, boys?
I'm good to go. I'm excited.
Really excited for Zach Parise to sign here.
Guess what? We have a whole show tomorrow where we can talk about that. So you'll have to wait.
My mentions exploded when I
know.
tweeted it out, and people are all over the map with it.
Yep.
He's been playing well.
In his beer league?
I was
or
going to
what?
say, doing a great job skating around at home.
We did get one super chat from Jake who says, Eric, the dogs better be coming off tonight.
Yeah, they are. Rudels are already off.
It's true, they are.
Mine are on. I'm waiting for puck draw.
All right, we are going to get out of here for pregame. We do have a watch along coming your way in a couple of minutes. Join us for that, or if not, at least join us for postgame, where we'll break down whatever happens in this one. We hope to see you there. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
All silly like the mayor.